Welcome to Conversations, where style meets substance. I'm your host, Kimberly Miller. Let's be honest, fear does not always look like fear. Sometimes it sounds like logic, sometimes it sounds responsible, and sometimes we make it sound even spiritual. But fear has a way of dressing up wisdom while quietly keeping us stuck. It will have us rehearsing excuses instead of walking in obedience and also in our purpose. It will make you comfortable in conditions you once prayed to leave. So, if you know anything about me, you know I love to reference the Bible and make them relatable to my everyday life. So, there's a man in the Bible that they talk about that was paralyzed for 38 years. 38 years. 38 years of waiting, 38 years of watching other people step into their breakthrough while he remained in the same place. When Jesus approached him, he asked him a question that felt very unsettling. Do you want to be made well? So I remember in that story when Jesus asked him, did he want to be made well, that the man did not immediately answer him yes. He came up with an excuse. He explained that he didn't have any help, nobody would help him in, that people would step in before him, which all of his obstacles were valid. All of his circumstances were real. But his response reveals something deeper, something that we all go through. We've all had that trauma response. He had grown accustomed to explaining why he could not move. And even in my everyday life, I find excuses on why I can't move. I make excuses as my children are old enough. I'll do it later. The circumstances don't line up. But even with that, Jesus did not debate his excuses. He did not analyze his past. He gave him an instruction: get up, take your bed, and walk. The miracle doesn't happen, guys, until we move. If you can recall a time where fear was settling in with you, I'm sure that it was whispers like, it's not the right time, or I don't have enough support, or someone else could do it better, or what if I fail? And then it will confirm all the doubt that I already had. Sometimes we aren't stuck because we are physically stuck. It's because we're too afraid to move. If I kept it real, there have been areas in my own life where fear has kept me at the pool. Afraid to leave what was familiar, afraid to step into something new, afraid to be fully seen, afraid of success just as much as I was a failure, afraid that if I tried and it didn't work out, it would validate my insecurities. So instead of saying yes, I said maybe later. I just need more time. I gave all the reasons on why I could not move. But I recall when Jesus asked, do you want to be made well? He really was asking, were you ready to take responsibility for your movement? Because once you say yes, you cannot keep rehearsing your excuses. Movement requires letting go of your comfort. I'm a living witness. Letting go of the old narratives and letting go of the identity attached to being stuck. There comes a point when Jesus stops entertaining the explanations and he starts giving instructions. And that's what we have to look at. When we get the word from God to move, we must move. We can't continue to make the excuses that we once did. Fear keeps you by the pool, faith keeps you moving. Thank you for joining me in another episode of Conversations. I pray that this episode helps you move out of fear and into purpose. So until next time, keep trusting, keep believing, and keep the conversations going.